You stop when you are tired. That is why you never finish. You tell yourself you need a break. You tell yourself you earned it. You tell yourself that resting now will give you energy for later. But later never comes. The project sits where you left it. The momentum you built over weeks evaporates in 3 days. And when you come back, you do not come back. You start over. You rebuild from nothing. The second time you start, you are not continuing. You are apologizing to yourself for stopping. And the second version is never as sharp as the first, because the first had momentum and the second has only memory. Andrew Carnegie worked 364 days a year. 1 day off. July 4th. Then back. Not because he loved every day. Because he had learned something you have not yet accepted. The moment you stop, the fire goes cold. And cold fires do not restart from where they stopped. They start from nothing. From ash. From the beginning. You have been told your whole life that rest is recovery. That you need to recharge. That burnout is the enemy. Carnegie would disagree. Burnout is not the enemy. Stopping is the enemy. Not rest, stopping. The difference matters. Rest is planned. Stopping is surrender. Because stopping teaches you something dangerous. It teaches you that you can leave things undone. It teaches you that unfinished is acceptable. It teaches you that tomorrow is the same as today. Tomorrow is not the same as today. The version of you that had momentum is already gone. That person was 3 feet from the end. That person had the fire still burning. You let it go cold. And when you came back, the ash was all that was left. You told yourself you would rebuild it. You never did. The pause became your personality. The unfinished became your address. You live there now. That is how stopping works. And then one day the pause is just your life. You confuse stopping with resting. You confuse abandoning with recovering. You have told yourself that walking away preserves your energy. It does not preserve your energy. It preserves your fear. Because the moment you stop, you prove to yourself that stopping is possible. And once you prove that, stopping becomes the default. You know the exact weight of an unfinished thing. You carry it differently from a thing you never started. A thing you never started is a wish. A thing you started and abandoned is a debt. It sits on you, not heavy enough to stop you, heavy enough to slow you. You have been carrying that debt for years, not in your back, in your attention. Every time you start something new, you feel the weight of the thing you did not finish pulling at you from behind. How close were you? The last thing you almost finished, 5 feet from the end? 10 feet? And what did you do? You told yourself you would come back tomorrow. Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. Next month became never. And now when you look at that thing, you do not see a project. You see a gravestone. A monument to the day you decided that tired was a good enough reason to stop. Carnegie did not stop. He worked through fatigue. He worked through boredom. He worked through the voice that said you have done enough. Not because he was a machine. Because he understood something you have forgotten. The fire does not care how tired you are. It burns or it dies. There is no third option. You have been measuring your worth by how much you have started. Carnegie measured his worth by how much he finished. A fire does not ask for a break. It burns until the wood is gone or the work is done. When it stops, it is not resting. It is cold. And cold fires do not restart from where they stopped. They start from nothing. From ash. From the beginning. You have restarted from ash before. You know what that costs. The question is whether you will let the fire go cold again today, knowing what it took to build it back last time. Carnegie knew this before he was 20. He worked 364 days not because the work was easy, but because he knew that every day he stopped, he paid twice. Once in lost momentum and once in the cost of rebuilding it. He did not treat rest as recovery. He treated stopping as a tax on everything he had already built. He refused to pay it more than once a year. He built libraries while exhausted. He negotiated contracts while sick. He expanded into steel while his partner said wait. You did not wait for the fever to break. You did not wait for the partners to agree. You struck the match and kept it burning. One more room, one more shelf, one more conversation before the fire could ask permission to go out. Not because he was reckless, because he understood that the fire that pauses long enough to ask permission is already going cold. You do not feel the temperature drop. You feel it 3 weeks later when you sit down and nothing comes. When the page is blank and the energy is gone and the version of you that knew the next step has already left. Open your abandoned projects right now. The course you bought and never completed. The instrument you learned 3 chords on. The business you incorporated and then let sit. The novel with 4 chapters and no ending. Each one is not a failure. Each one is a decision. The decision to stop when you were tired. And each one taught you that stopping is allowed. Now stopping is not a choice. It is a reflex. You feel the exhaustion because you are carrying the weight of everything you never finished. Every abandoned project sits on your shoulders. That weight is heavier than the work would have been. The work is light. The unfinished is the stone. The men who built Carnegie's mills did not stop when they were tired. They built. They failed. They rebuilt. They finished. Then they went home. The finishing was the point, not the starting, not the trying, the finishing. The fire does not care how tired you are. It burns or it dies. There is no third option. Do not pick something new. Pick the thing that is already 3/4 done. You know which one. You have known for months. It has been waiting. Unfinished things do not disappear. They wait. And every day they wait, they get heavier. Finish it today. Not when you feel like it. Not when you have energy. Not when the conditions are right. Finish it tired. Finish it bored. Finish it before your brain can build another reason to stop. Your brain will build the reason. It always does. Finish it while the reason is still forming. When you are done, close it. Mark it finished. Say the word out loud, finished. Not to anyone else, to yourself. Because you are someone who finishes. That person has been in there the whole time, buried under years of stopping and restarting and stopping again. Every time you stopped, you buried them a little deeper. Every time you finish, you bring them back. One finish does not undo years of stopping, but it starts the counter. And the counter is the only thing that matters now. The fire does not care how tired you are, but you are not fire. You are the one holding the wood. And you decide whether it burns tonight or turns to ash by morning. You have never been out of energy. You have been out of nerve. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start.